Hello again. It's me. I must listen to a lot of Adele, right? We are now going to review what you just read over state question and answer. I thought I would review this with you so I could give you a little bit of insight. Again, more practice, more experience to help you review as we come to the conclusion of this course and have you finish the 80 question national exam, the 40 question state exam, a test that you are the one that actually took this class. Then let's wrap this up for you. What is the purpose of the Iowa Real Estate Commission? And it is to protect the public. And the way they do that is through licensing standards, renewal standards, and then obviously maintaining your license, which includes disciplining you if you break the law. Confidential information. This is the three big rocks I use is strategy, motivation, and finances. It would be saying that a seller is willing to sell for less than what it's listed, or a buyer is willing to pay more than what they've offered. You should only give that information if you've got permission from your clients. What do you need to obtain a broker's license? Well, obviously, you've already got a salesperson's license. That's what it all starts with. There are some various things, but I gave you the highlight reel here. You got to have an application. You must be licensed for 24 months. You got to do 60 hours of pre-broker education, pass a pre-broker exam, and do a background check. For a new license, you need an application. You must be 18 years of age or older, do this 60-hour course, pass the exam. You got 36 additional hours of education, which consists of buying practices, listing practices, developing professionalism and ethics. Those are each 12 hours and must be done with a live instructor. Those are not self-paced independent study. A background check. You must apply for errors and omissions insurance and have a sponsoring broker. For the broker's license and new license application, it may ask you questions about citizenship or what protected class you are, but that is not a reason for them to deny you. To renew your license, every 3 years, you must do 36 hours of continuing education. 8 of it must be law update, 4 of it must be ethics, and the other 24 can be electives of your choice as long as they're approved courses. The deadline to renew your license is December 31st, and it's on 3-year intervals, with the first year counting as a full year, no matter when you get licensed. And if for some reason you fail to renew, there is an extension period. It's called a grace period in the code, where you can still renew your license with a $25 penalty. That extension period goes for 30 days to July 30th. And you can pay that $25 a month penalty every month for up to 3 years. And if you've not reactivated your licenses, then you must start all over. So welcome back to this class. Please don't have that happen. I know you've really enjoyed this, but probably don't want to do it a second time. A person passes their exam on April 27th. What's their last day to apply? You got 6 months to finish this course, and then you must make an application within 6 months. So really total, you have a year. The point of this is it's not April 27th to October 27th. It's the full calendar month. How many brokers can a salesperson work for? In the state of Iowa, it's 1. This goes on to prohibited actions of an unlicensed assistant. They cannot negotiate, make cold calls, hold an open house alone that's for the public, or give property information to the public. What they can do is give property information to other licensees, conduct advertising underneath the broker's approval or under management of their agent that they work for. They can host an open house if it's only going to be for other licensees, act as a courier, compensate commission checks, place signs on the property, make keys. Nothing that has to do with the selection of a vendor, negotiating the terms with that vendor, explaining the results from that vendor. They can unlock the door and let the vendor in to do whatever they need to do. That's it. Okay. If a broker is going out of business, can he sell his listings? Is this going out of business? Either they've been suspended, died, incapacitated, or just decided to retire? The answer is no. Those listings can only be assigned to another broker if the seller gives permission. Otherwise, those sellers are free to go and choose whatever broker they decide upon. A listing must be sold by the expiration date on the contract. An agent is responsible for keeping track of their own certificates for continuing education hours. Is a net listing legal in Iowa? No. I thought that question was written backwards there for a second. That I had the wrong answer for you. Is a net listing in Iowa legal, or is a net listing legal in Iowa? No, the answer is no. This is exactly why you've got to slow down and read the test questions, right? Because I just proved to you it's really easy to do. No, net listings are illegal because the commission and the price of the property must be disclosed to the seller. If a commission dispute arises, how do you file a complaint? Well, you do not file a complaint with the real estate commission. They do not handle commission issues. So if a dispute arises, you got to go to some sort of mediation or court action. How long does a brokerage agreement last, like a seller's broker agreement? Until the property closes or expires, whichever comes first. Again, payment of commission does not establish an agency relationship. And then we also have referred to this protective clause. A broker protective clause protects the broker. So the seller doesn't try to poach the buyers that you attracted to the property from your marketing efforts during your listing period. And to enact it, the clause letting them know about the protection must be a part of the listing agreement. It must be for a specific period, and the names of those buyers must be provided to the seller prior to the listing expiring. Now, I don't see any listing agreements. I've never seen one that doesn't have this broker protection already pre-printed. So it shouldn't be anything that you need to remember, but it must be a part of the original listing agreement. And then when can an agent approach a seller to list their home? When they have reason to know that they've got an agreement with another agent, specifically an exclusive agency, exclusive right to sell, exclusive agency, or exclusive buyer. And the answer is when the listing expires or the owner contacts the agent. They must contact the agent first. Open listings are different because we know that they're hiring multiple agents. So you can approach them anytime. So really the key word you want to look for here is exclusive. Okay. Again, it's only okay to contact when the owner approaches. And this is one of those test questions. I wouldn't be surprised if you have it multiple times on the same exam. Okay. What information must you include on your marketing? Your website and email specifically must have your name, broker name, the city and state where your real estate office is located, and where you hold a license, such as licensed in Iowa. Next up, we are up to the final part of this Q&A review with state Q&A part 2.